What's going down, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Soul Effect, shouting for the R&B talk show, the podcast host, and the DJ. And coming on the stage will be Kenny Iko. I know y'all see him on The Voice. And he has a brand new single called Late Checkout, which is available on all digital outlets. And man, hope everybody's doing good. You know what I'm saying? I had a peaceful day, but a busy day, so I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? Keith, what up, bro? And we're going to talk about his brand new music and his history in the business. So, looking forward to that and everything. Man, I tell you one thing, though, this weather, man, is something else. It really is, you know what I'm saying? You know, just for me, I thought to myself, I said, man, I said, please, man, I said, I ain't got time for no allergies. I ain't got time for my asthma. You know what I'm saying? Acting a fool with everything and stuff. But yeah, that's just how it is and everything. But I want to say this too, be on the lookout, for me hosting shows. I got two shows, one in my hometown, Louisville, Kentucky. Then I got another one right in also the Bronx, New York. It's April 18th, you know what I'm saying, 2026. So yeah, man, I'm excited about that. So I'm looking forward to, what I'm bringing to the, what I'm saying, what I'm gonna bring up here to the table. And this is something I always want to do. But I would say this though, being a host, you gotta be confident. It's like interviewing artists. Of course, we interview people, that's a handful of folks and stuff. But it's always good to rehearse and everything, be calm and be relaxed, you know what I'm saying? And go from there. I'm not afraid of, talking to in front of people and everything, you know what I'm saying? I think sometimes when we get the only distractions is that when you got folks, they just all over the place, you know what I'm saying? That's the part I hate, it's always a Debbie do you know situation. Okay, who it is. What's going on? Coming to the stage, my brother. Kenny Iko. What's up, brother?
What's going on? How you doing?
Oh man, doing good, man. Just trying to man, come from this weather, man, and everything. My allergies are killing me. But other than that, man, I'm doing fine, man.
Oh man, yeah. It got cold real quick.
It did, man. I tell you, man, like this summer went by so fast, man. I was like, wow, like we didn't get a chance to really soak in the summer like the way you
Not
want
at all, man. Not at all. Sheesh.
Man.
Jesus.
Yeah, before we get to the voice and everything, I want to congratulate on your brand new single, Late Checkout.
Yes.
With develop all digital outlets and everything. How did this record came about?
Oh man, this the EP, it was just something I was working on throughout the summer. And it was like around the time that I was filming for the show. And I was just like, it's definitely just a lot of songs, like a body of work that's just about the process of a relationship, like the beginning towards the end. But this ending was a little different where, someone leaves the relationship first and has checked out, but you are still like wishing and hoping that the relationship could last a little longer. You could get a little more time with that person. So you ask for a late checkout. So in that sense of a hotel is like a relationship though.
Yeah. Because when I like it, man,
Thank
I
you.
was like, hey, man, like that song came out of some of our early relationships back then.
Yes,
Because
sir.
this is a true story. I was dating this one lady, and I wish I could go back the age of 28, man. And she stayed at my crib. She wanted to stay at night and everything. And make a long story short, I woke up, she was gone. And I
Oh,
was like,
Lord.
yo, like, how did my door lock? And then I called her, she didn't answer for a text. I said, yo, what was that about?
What
If
is
you
going
leave
on?
in the morning, let me know something.
Bro, that's how it be, man. And you just
Yeah, man.
you work through it. You keep moving.
Yeah,
You gotta keep moving.
yeah, man.
Wow.
So I have my first late checkout before anybody and stuff
Hey.
and everything. But make a long story short, I don't know. I hate when people try to call me in an interview. Please don't. Thank you. But anyway, I want to talk about your history as far as like where you're from and what inspired you to want to be a singer.
So I'm born and raised in Washington D.C. For me, music was just always like my number one go-to. Like I always loved to sing. And like growing up, it was just a part of my family because everyone was singing like our church family choir and stuff like that. So it was just always like it kind of was like a chore in a sense. But I ended up liking it and trying to do like R&B, like singing in the choir in middle school and junior high school and stuff. And it wasn't the coolest thing to do, so I got bullied a lot. But then I
Wow.
got to high school and then I joined a go-go band and that changed my whole perspective of singing and things because I got real popular, a lot of ladies started showing love and then the fellas started being cool with you because you bringing all the ladies around because you can sing. And then that's when I joined a band, the boy band that I would join right after that.
Wow. Did any of the fellows was like, hey man, you sing on the phone, man? Just pretend like you're me. That while tells you, yeah, I can sing and stuff. Have you ever been like one of those conversations?
Man, one of my best friends, man, he used to always, hey, bro, sing for her for me, sing to her for me. I'm like, bro, I will always do it, but I got tired of it, bro. Yeah, man. Sheesh.
Oh man.
I had like
Oh,
three go-to songs I always would sing.
oh wow.
Yeah.
I can only imagine that. Being part of the R&B group, what was the lesson you learned in the early stage? Being part of a group and hear this like different personalities and stuff. So, how did you uh, pretty much like gel with that? During the early stage of your career.
Honestly, we became brothers. So when you have an actual brother, no matter how they are, or what type of personality traits they have, you just love them for who they are and things like that. So we just gelled really good. Like it was never a problem with like how each other acted, and or like, because I think we were daggone near the same, man. We played too
But
much, but we worked hard and we loved music. So it was always fun. It never felt like work. And so honestly, we putting in work together didn't feel like I never had like a problem like, oh man, I hate the way this person acts, but I gotta work with him. It was just like, man, that's my brother. We fun. Hey, it was a good time, man. It was always a good
well,
time.
what's back of your mind, or you thought to yourself like, just in case if this don't last, I
Mhm.
want to, show the world what I could do, as a solo artist. Did it kind of like ride the back of your mind a little bit?
Man, that's it. Never. I was like so locked in with the like, they say don't put all eggs in one basket. So I put all
Yeah.
them eggs in that basket. I was so locked in with my group. There was times where like we went to LA a few times and like one of the big producers was like, "Hey, Kenny, I want you to come back out here and just work on some records with me because I love your voice and I think you'll sound good on these tracks." And I was like, and that was right around the time we was about to do a tour, one of our first tours, and I was like, I can't do both, so I just jumped into doing the tour. Told them I can't right now, and so it was a lot of opportunities to go do my own thing, but I was just so locked in with the group.
Wow.
Yeah,
So yeah, so like from there, was like say, okay, like the video premiere, say get over 40,000, say organically. And that's hard, man, to even
yeah,
lucky enough, maybe like even get 1,000 views, say on the video.
man.
I know you was hype as a kid, be like, yo, man, like people really, saying checking us out and stuff back then.
Yes. Yes, man. It was crazy to see like the love that we were getting, like that fandemonium that you see with like One Direction, and you saw like with I guess groups like B2K and Mindless Behavior and stuff. It
Yeah,
was like, dang, we actually getting this. Like girls was chasing our tour bus. It was like I would walk in the mall and girls would be like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god," and try to take pictures. So it was definitely like a big like yes, it can happen. Like it's happening. Not it can happen. It was happening. So I was in love. I was in heaven.
oh man, I can only imagine that, man. What
Yeah.
was your family saying, like the feedback you was, getting from that point?
Oh man, they was loving it too. My dad, he more of a superstar than me, man. So we be in the mall. He was like, "Y'all don't see me here." He was funny, man. It was definitely they all were happy for me because they love what I do. They love that I love what I do. Just like when I did the voice of the blind audition, you see how happy my mom was for me. Like they really ride for me, and they are just as happy for my career as I am for myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So from that point, in 2018, you put out your first EP, if I'm correct, called Nobody.
Yeah, that was a project I was testing out. That was like the first time I was back as a solo. I was in the process of being solo and still in the group. But I was like, let me just try this out. And I put something out and with the guys, the directors. They were really cool, good producers, great producers, and they really got me into the writing, like songwriting and stuff. Yeah.
Oh wow. Was it kind of like I would say a tough adjustment, but kind of like a mental thing? Like, okay, I did this group thing for so long. When you try to like find like, okay, like who is Kenny? Like who
Yeah.
am I? As far as artistry.
Yeah, I mean, in that process, I was still like, we were still like back and forth with the group, like we were figuring it out. So it was never really, I never had that moment yet. So it was like directly after that, I was like, shoot, we actually are really done. And I'm like, dang, I really gotta like be a solo artist now. So I started taking it super, super. Well, I took a break and then I started taking it super serious, man.
Yeah. 2019, you dropped another project called With You. And
Yes.
I like the cover of it, man. I thought it was dope, man. So big shout out to whoever put that together for you.
Yes, sir, man. I was just experimenting, man. Experimenting and just trying to like stay moving, keep moving, and stop thinking about like what's going on with the boys. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. 2020, we all know the pandemic hit and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
man, what a time.
yeah.
So around that time you dropped out, a couple of singles called Big Bad, Everything, Have Yourself, and Merry Little Christmas. So what was going on in your mind? Like, okay, we can't do too much, but I get a chance to be locked in my studio. So what was your process, mind thinking at that time?
Man, COVID around that time, man, I was definitely bored. It was a lot of boredom hitting, and it is also still the process of processing the group being not together anymore, and what I was going to do musically, and like trying to see what sticks for me. And then so that's when I think around the time I started working out a lot more, and then I started getting on TikTok, start making posts and doing funny videos, and start showing my personality more. I started becoming more of like completely just separate myself from what the group was to just being myself as an artist. And I released everything. And that was like a good one for me. It did really good on stream wise and stuff like that. And then, but I would say my biggest situation was when I did my first cover, my first live cover, not live, but first cover that I posted on social media. And that's what like started growing my social media following a lot.
Oh wow, I can imagine, man, when you in that zone and you
Yeah.
catch yourself, and you're like, wow, man, all this time I was doing this, and this is where I should have been at. But it's good that you didn't start right away, because who knows
Yeah.
what how that would have landed. But timing is everything.
Yes, sir.
After the pandemic, was over with, 2021, you dropped another one called For You.
Yes. That was me being that was like I'm an artist and I'm gonna do it. I'm going all out. I went all out with that one. And I was like, that got a lot of good attention, man. And it definitely showcased like it was like a nice thing for the summer. I love that it got some radio spins. And it really just was another way of just me expressing my artistry.
2023, you dropped another holiday song called Oh Holy Night.
Yeah, man. So if I couldn't put out music, I was just putting out covers. Like, and Christmas is my favorite time of the year. And so
Yeah,
I
man.
love Christmas music. So I was like, every year I'm gonna just put out a Christmas song. Just even if I can't put out a project or put out music, I'm gonna put out a Christmas song.
Yeah, because I think it's dope, because it shows that, you could be, like you can have a different lane. Like people know you from one this, like, what, people know you from this type of genre. Let me hit them with this. You let people know that
Yeah,
every day I could go back and forth. Uh,
facts.
2024, well, last year, you put out a Biggest Flex.
Yes. Biggest Sex was the first song that I released that's also a part of the EP that I just released. Really check out. That was like that's more the sound that I'm going for as an artist, that Biggest Flex. And then it's a dope song that just talks about your lady, man. Like how you just happy. Like most guys be scared to showcase their girl and be like, oh, that's kind of lame to be all praising your girl, like posting her and all that stuff. So this song is just like, hey, I'm happy. And I want the world to know I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? So that's how Biggest Flex came about. And that's what it's about.
Yeah. What I like about your sound, man, it's a mixture of like pop soul,
Yeah.
like a contemporary feel, man. So for you, it's one thing with a group, people suspect like full R&B, like hip hop soul, Quiet Storm records, neo soul, and everything. For
Yeah.
you, what sound were you inspired by for yourself? When you was going through your solo direction.
Honestly, man, I'm really inspired. Well, Michael Jackson is like my number one. He's number
Yeah,
one. Him, Usher. I really am inspired by Bruno Mars and like the career path that he has when it comes to like
yeah,
pop, but he's still got this super soulful, old school vibe. If you play it for my dad, he gonna think it's someone from the 80s or something or 70s, but it's Bruno Mars. So I love his style, but also I'm a dancer, so I love and a performer. So I really like resonated with how the career that Jason Derulo's had and Usher. So like if you put all those guys together, then somehow you create me, and that's what
yeah.
I'm that's what I'm gonna be, man. This performer, singer that still I can't run away from the soul that I have in my voice, but I love R&B and I love pop and I love old school, so I just want to mix it all together.
That's crazy, man. I'm glad you said that, man. Because the back of my mind, I said, man, he might be up for early Jason Derulo, man. You know, and
Yeah, that
stuff.
guy's dope, man.
Yeah,
He don't get a lot of love, but that man is
he
overseas
don't, man.
winning, boy.
He
He
don't, man.
touring
He's killing it, man.
every year. He's overseas touring, man. Like sold out arenas, stadium, all that stuff, man. He's dope.
Yeah, he's dope, man. I don't know why he don't get that type of love for some whatever reason. You know, it's awkward to me.
Yeah,
I want to talk about season 28, The Voice. So,
yes, sir.
and I want to say this too, because before I even found out I was going to interview you, I remember I was looking on Instagram and like your voice. I mean, like the video was like trending everywhere, and I was like, "Yo, who's this brother right here?" And then one of my homegirls DM me. She said, "You gotta check his brother out. He's dope. It's this and that."
Ah,
I said, "Whoa." I said, "Hey man, the world, man, they got me ready, man." You know what I'm saying? If they
yes,
ain't,
sir.
hey, they got no choice and stuff.
Hey, man.
How that situation came about dealing with the voice.
Oh man, first the voice. I guess some of the producer hit me up like in the DMs, and I just thought it was fake. And they asked for my number. I gave him my number. I'm like, man, this has to be some fraud stuff. But then they was like, hey, can you send me these two videos singing your best cover? And I sent them like some covers that I already did. Then it was like, okay, now can you do this song again and do this? And I was like, okay, cool. I sent it to him. Then it was like, okay, I didn't hear back from him for like 2 months, and I'm like, shoot, what's going on here? But at the same time, uh, I was still doing other stuff. So then they hit me back on the email like, hey, congratulations, you made it. And I was like,
Wow.
okay, I still think this is fraud. And then they's like, here's a Zoom meeting. We have a meeting, and all the other castmates are on there. And I'm like, oh, this is real. So then they fly me out. Then we get to work.
You know, with the voice, do you pick your own records, or is it something like you pick like covers or like different songs from like back in the day or like current?
uh, man, it's a big show. So they have it's a lot of stipulations with it. So like it's a list of songs that you can pick from, and then you pick like your top 10, top 20, and then they work it out with you. Production works it out with you, and to pick your final one song.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So what's it like, get on stage, performing on TV and stuff? I know you think to yourself, like, I done been at a lot of places, but this is a
Yeah.
different ball game.
This was the big this is my biggest stage yet, but it was like at the moment as stressful as it is because you're with all these dope singers. Like
Yeah.
I'm not used to being around just everybody can sing. I'm usually the only guy in the room that could probably sing. So but here with the voice, it was like, dang, this person can sing, this person can sing, that everybody around me can sing. So it's like it makes you nervous. And then the whole process, like we getting up at 5 a.m. to do tapings at 6. So it's like it's stressful, but it's like if you want it, you're gonna get it. You're gonna do what you gotta do. So after you get you so used to that, you forget that when you're on the stage, oh, millions of people about to watch this. You just worried about the crowd that's there and the four coaches, and that's it. And then
Oh
when it
man.
airs, you're like, oh wow, millions of people about to watch this. So then you get nervous all over. You're like, all right, I hope these people like it. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, because you're the top current performer for your performance, like the most trended. Because I just see like a certain group, no name mentioned. I just see certain artists. I'm
Yeah,
like, you know what? People know what they like to see. They know what's made up. They know what's actually authentic. And you're
yeah.
the most trended one I've seen so far,
Thank you,
in the
man.
feedback and stuff, that's my opinion, man. Everything. Speaking of performing, are there any update shows you got coming up?
Coming up, man, we have a few Christmas performances coming up. I will be posting the dates. I don't have the actual date yet, but I'm doing a Christmas special performance, and also I'm doing a unplugged performance coming up in a couple weeks. So definitely got a few shows locked in. Got a Christmas song about to drop. You know I love my Christmas music, so Christmas
Yeah.
song about to drop. And yeah, man, let's get
Man.
it.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. You know, right now, man, whatever interview you do, like no but star power. I'm telling you,
Oh,
man.
thanks, man.
You know,
Appreciate it.
so because I predict that you definitely gonna get a Grammy nomination. I predict that you're gonna sing perform at BET. You know, so I would say MTV, but that's a whole different story what's going on with them.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, so, but I definitely see a lot of talk shows, you know, performances under your belt, man. Jennifer
Oh,
Hudson
thank you, bro.
show, Chairman Hall, all that, man. So sky's the limit, man. And
Yeah,
you
I
keep doing
received
your
that.
thing, man,
Thank you,
because we
bro.
need artists like you to carry the flagship of this great music, you know. Not
Uh,
just about a sound people suspect you from, but wherever you love to do, man. So
yes, sir. Thank
yeah,
you,
man.
man. I
No
received
problem,
that and I
man.
appreciate that, man.
No problem, man. So with that being said, man, thank you for taking the time coming on here. Big shout out to Miss Carl for setting this up. And
Hey.
man, you know, oh, correct me on this. Is there a video for your new single?
Yes. I dropped a music video for Late Checkout. And also I just recently, like 2 days ago, dropped a live performance video with the live band to that same single. So man, you guys can check that out on YouTube at Kenny Iko or any of my social media platforms.
Cool, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to post a bit on my IG, man. Immediately.
Yeah.
Man. Well, all right, my brother, man. You have a blessed night. And with that being said, we out of here, man. Thank you
Hey,
all for
thank you,
leaving
man.
comments and everything. Peace.
Appreciate you, boss.
You got it.
All right, guys.